Okay. Alright. It's been about a week-ish. I think like 5 days or something like that. Since I posted that thing for the Q&A. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read these off. I'm gonna start at the bottom because those are the people that waited the longest. So start at the bottom, work my way up. Scroll all the way down to the bottom here. The first question is after a year of making videos, what's a comment or piece of feedback that has really stuck with you? Oh, there's like a whole paragraph. What has been the biggest surprise for you about building this little community over the past year? Was there a specific moment you realized, hey, people are actually enjoying this? There's a lot of these. Alright, so there's like 100 questions in this one, so allow me to tackle this. A comment or piece of feedback that has really interesting. That's a very loud truck. Feedback or something like that that stuck with me. Honestly, I don't know. I guess not. I guess I would know. If it did stick with me, I would just know it. You know what? It was definitely the guy. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you look at my previous videos from like maybe like months and months ago, there used to be a guy who would comment on like every single one of my videos, and it would say like, "Your hands are beautiful" or something like that. And I always thought that it was hilarious. But yeah, I guess that stuck with me if that counts. The biggest surprise for you about building this little community over the past year? Honestly, the biggest surprise is that people actually refer to it as a community. I never thought that people would actually, I never thought it would be like, have this many people. I know this isn't like a jaw-dropping amount of people, but it's still more than I expected to be interacting with me in my videos and whatnot. I guess that's what I would say. Was there a specific moment you realized, hey, people are actually enjoying this? I don't know. I think maybe like the first time I hit like, you know, a certain amount of views on a video, or people were in my comments. I don't think there was a specific moment. I think it was a gradual, like, oh, okay, this is actually kind of something, maybe, you know. What's the best way for your viewers to support you besides just watching? Is it the comments or just knowing people are out there listening? So not a lot of people know this about YouTube, but your subscriber count doesn't actually mean a lot. What means a lot is the viewing time and like how long people are actually watching your videos for and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I think that people trying to help me is pretty nice, but at the same time I gotta earn it, you know. Stuff like that shouldn't just be handed to people. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, other than the basic like liking the video and subscribing and stuff like that. Because even though liking the video isn't directly helping me. It's still helping my algorithm and helping me get different viewers and stuff like that. So I mean, basically just clicking on the videos and liking them, watching them, being subscribed, stuff like that is definitely helpful, but I'm not the type of person to constantly ask and push for that. You have a personal favorite from your own channel, not necessarily the most popular. That's a really good question. I really like making the videos where I kind of just like do whatever and just like pretend like I'm like a crazy person or whatever, just because I think it's funny to mess around. And then I'll give the title of the video something stupid. Those videos are pretty fun. Maybe the psych eval one, or the one, it was like a year ago, where I was like outside. It was like, what are you doing out here? Or something like that. Stuff like that is kind of fun. I mean, they're fun to make, but they're probably not the best videos for watching. But I enjoy making them, so I don't know. Alright. Is there a sound concept that you're curious to try but haven't yet, just because? Not necessarily. I mean, most of the things I get curious about, I tend to just do anyways and just see what happens. But, yeah, I don't know. Nothing like very specifically, no, I don't think so. Have you ever thought about doing a collaborative ASMR or gaming video with someone else one day? I think that would be really cool and fun, but I don't think my channel is anywhere near large enough for people to want to collaborate with me. People, like if someone that had, tens of thousands or whatever subscribers, for them to do a collaboration with me, there would be no benefit for them unless they just liked me and my videos and they were just like, hey, I'm gonna do it for fun, which would be cool, but most likely it won't happen for a long time because my channel is still very small. But yeah, I thought about it. I think it'd be really cool and really fun. I would definitely do it. Besides ASMR, what's your go-to way to decompress after a long day of work? I usually just go for walks, and then I'll, maybe chill and, like, watch a movie or something. Nothing crazy, I'm not that special. I'll do, like, puzzles or something like that, or I'll just literally just go for a walk around town and ponder. I'll put an earbud in and just think about stuff, Maybe have a drink or two. Nothing too crazy. I know I'm a boring weirdo. I'm curious, how do you feel you've changed, if at all, since you very first started making these videos? I think I've definitely got more comfortable making them. For sure. When I first started making videos, I was very, like, not shy, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was kind of just going for it, but now I think I'm a little more comfortable just putting the phone down and hitting record, I think I'm just, at this point, I'm kind of just, like, so deep into it that it doesn't really matter anymore, Like, not like that it doesn't matter, but like I can't turn back now, like, There's already like 100 some videos out there. It's not like I'm going anywhere, or it's not like I can just restart or something like that. Or I guess you can restart, but that'd be weird. I wouldn't do that. What was your first ever encounter with ASMR? What got you hooked? I have no clue, to be honest. I don't know what got me hooked. I mean, it was probably like a weird ASMR video, or a video that wasn't even supposed to be ASMR. But no, I honestly don't remember, and I know that's weird because most people claim that when you first discover it and experience it, it's very hard to forget it, but no, I don't know. I don't really remember the exact video or whatever it was. What's your favorite ASMR type or ASMR artist? I really like weird, non-traditional ASMR. I like Dr. D the most, probably. Like, it's funny enough because he's probably my favorite, but I also don't watch him a lot. But he's kind of just funny, I guess. I don't know. It's just not very traditional, and it's just different. What's a non-ASMR video or channel you could get lost watching for hours? I like the Corridor Crew a lot, and I mean, even though I don't know much about anything when it comes to CGI and computers and stuff like that, I still think they're pretty fun to watch. That like maybe like jerry rig everything or something like that. You know, like the nerdy stuff. But yeah. Alright, that was all one person, by the way, so I'm gonna try and get through these next ones quicker. Do you watch any anime or read manga? If so, what are your favorites? If not, could you tell us your favorite color instead? Alright. Oh, should I say who's writing these questions? The last question that I answered for the last 12 minutes, that was Nabris Bell. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that name, but that person's been very, very active in my community, in my little comment sections and everything, so I appreciate that a lot. Anyway, back to this person's question. I have no clue how to pronounce that. It's just a couple of Chinese symbols. Or Japanese, I don't know. But do you read anime or read manga or whatever? Or watch any anime? I do, occasionally. I just watched My Hero Academia, which was a little corny. And then I've watched Death Note and Attack on Titan, of course, which was my favorite. And I believe it's still one of the greatest pieces of fiction ever written. And my favorite color is probably like a really cool, like dark space purple or something like that. I don't know. That's a good question, thank you. Next question by Joker Moan 6471. What is your favorite season? Well, obviously, the greatest season is fall, which is like kind of like right now, but it's so short. It does not last long enough. I don't know about you guys, but where I live, it literally like it was summer one day, and then like we had one day of fall, and now it's like winter and it's super cold out. It's really weird, but I hate it, and I wish fall would last a lot longer. But yeah, I think fall's the only right answer. Daniel Nola Singer said, what kind of jewelry do you wear the most? By the way, I love your content. Thank you very much, Daniel Nola Singer. The jewelry I wear is mainly hard jewelry, but I kind of stopped buying from them. I honestly haven't bought new jewelry in a long time, so yeah. The vast majority of it is hard jewelry, or like stuff that I found at like a farmer's market or something like that. But yeah, I'm not like a very big gold person. I mainly just wear silver. Gold does not look good on a white boy like me. Bebisma said, really tried my best to come up with some questions, interesting enough, hopefully. Are you more of a dog person or a cat person? I love all animals and all things nature, but I definitely am more of a dog person than I am a cat person. I do love cats though, but I love me a good boy. I love me a good little boy. Maybe a big boy. Big dog. Do you speak any other languages or wish you could? I mean, I wish I could speak every language, but no, I don't. I don't speak any other language. I'm uncultured. If you had to pick a spirit animal, what would it be? Oh, I don't know. If I had to pick one. Maybe like a cat. Like if I could be a cat, I would want to be a cat. Even though I'm more of a dog person, I would definitely want to be a cat and just like roam the world and do whatever. What kind of soul are you drawn to? That's a really deep, random question. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't had the greatest luck when it comes to things like that, so I'm not entirely sure, but I guess a wholesome one and a realistic one. I'm not a fan of the modern hookup culture that people are kind of just, I mean, if that's what the question is asking, but you know, that entire genre of people that do those kinds of things. I mean, to each their own, obviously. I mean, if you're happy, you're happy, but that's not exactly the kind of space I tend to find myself being comfortable in. Rima628 said, if cost doesn't matter, what perfumes would you purchase / repurchase? It's a great question. I mean, what's my favorite? I mean, if cost didn't matter, I would have ones that are already expensive, so I can't really give like a 100%, you know, but I mean, Blue de Chanel, Eau de Parfum, or even the new one that they just came out with, the Elixir, whatever it is. You can't go wrong with those, they're just very expensive, and then I would probably I would have like an infinite supply of Dolce & Gabbana the One, Eau de Parfum, and then like, you know, a bunch of Creeds and like the really good expensive Parfum de Marly, stuff like that, you know. But I mean, mainly just because they're, you know, they're just up there in the price. I mean, there are a lot of amazing cheap fragrances, which, you know, I have a lot of them. But the best of the best fragrances are more of the expensive ones. But it's a fine line. Do you enjoy watching ASMR? If so, how long have you been watching? I think it'd be kind of funny if I just didn't. Like I hate it. It sucks. But no, yeah, I like watching it. Specific kinds though, not like I said it before, I'm not a very, like I don't like watching like the basic, like tapping on a box for an hour videos or whatever. But yeah, how long have you been watching? Years, forever. like since like I don't know, I can't put a date on it, but it's been a very long time. Maybe like 5 years or more. What's your favorite music right now by Tets Zelani? Oh, and the last person was Sophia and Sienna. But Tets Zelani said, "What's your favorite music right now?" I've been listening to a lot of Chevelle and Deftones and Lil Peep. I love Lil Peep. I could care less. No one's gonna stop me from bumping it. I will be bumping Lil Peep until the day I die. But yeah, I believe Deftones is probably the greatest band of all time. And yeah, I love listening to Deftones. Chevelle is kind of just like Deftones, but softer, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that kind of genre of music, it just hits me right where it needs to hit me. Thank you for the question. I do need more music recommendations though. I've been listening, oh yeah, and also a lot of Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains. I think the most underrated song is definitely Love Hate Love. It does not get enough attention. Anyways. Judge Judy Girls 3453 asked, what would your death row meal be? Probably like a massive like calzone with like ricotta cheese and mozzarella and ham, stuff like that. Or like some really good Chinese food, like a Chinese buffet. I like seafood a lot. That's a good question. Vivi the Dancers asked, what's your go-to perfume? And what arm workouts do you do, by the way? Love your muscles. My go-to fragrance is probably, well, I guess it depends on when and where I'm going, but the one I wear the most is probably the, man, that's a tough one. I like them all. I mean, it'd probably have to be Mont Blanc Legend. I put Mont Blanc Legend is a very basic fragrance, but you can wear it literally anywhere, and it's also very cheap. So if I run out, I can buy a new one for like 25-30 bucks. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's my favorite. My favorite is probably Dolce & Gabbana, the one, or the Parfum. I love that incense smell and that, you know, just that frankincense deepness that it has. And what workouts do you do? Arm workouts, just the basics. I think that I got, like, why am I forgetting the word? Good genetics. I could not think of the word genetics. I don't know why. But, just like decent genetics, mainly for my arms, I think. But, you know, just the basic bicep curls and whatnot. And then, you know, your tricep push downs, your overhead triceps. And then any kind of curl variation you can do. If there's anyone out there trying to put some muscle on, if I'm being 100% honest with you, the exact workout you're doing for your muscle isn't as important as people make it out to be. What the most important thing is intensity and going as hard as you can. That's what's really important. But yeah. Amy Chan 346 asks, my first question, do you have any siblings? I do, I have 4 sisters. Second question, where are you from? Pennsylvania, I'll say that. Third question, do you have any hobbies? Does this count as a hobby? I don't know. Talking to myself for 30 minutes. I like doing puzzles, working out. You know, you guys know that stuff. Collecting fragrances, you know. Basic stuff. And fourth question, how old are you? I turned 21 this year. Sorry for asking so many questions, lol. You are totally fine. That actually happens to be the whole point of this video.